Good morning. How are you doing? I hope you are well and you are winding down the month of November beautifully. And my name is Joan, coming to you with another episode of Assignments. And today I want to talk about being a good steward, stewardship. And I'm going to start with a story. There's this family in church, and I'd say they are what you'd call cat people. Like, they love cats. They, at any given time, maybe a bit less now, but at some point, every other time I'd hear they have like a litter of kittens. And even when they speak about cats, like, they're very affectionate and loving, and you can tell like they love cats. Often you'll find their WhatsApp status, they have, their cats. So we'll call them cat people. And the thing is, there's a time a friend of mine wanted a cat, and was waiting on them, and they delivered to her a very cute little kitten. And I remember, because it was being transported from the office to her home, it was in this interesting little carton box, and it made cries the entire time, and following the journey of my friend as she became, quote unquote, a cat mom, she also became a cat person. And once in a while we'd go to the supermarket and she'll buy this cat food, and I'd be like, this cat is living the life. Like, it was eating like very high-end expensive food. And it gave me a small education on the needs of a cat, and how to take care of the cat. And sometimes she'd come to the office and her clothes have a bit of fur, so when you're like, oh, okay, that is cat territory, you have to accept that kind of living. But I think the cat is still there, and my friend really loves the cat. And when we talk about stewardship, I want to refer to Matthew 25, which is a very powerful verse. It's a very powerful chapter, and it's actually broken down into three parts. It talks about the 10 virgins, the parable of the 10 virgins, and then the parable of the pot of gold, bag of gold. Some other versions say the parable of the talents. And then it also talks about the parable of the sheep and the goats, where it makes reference of when how you're supposed to love your neighbor as you love yourself. And when you are called to make account, it'll be like, did you take care of the homeless, the naked? What did you do to your fellow man? So it's a very chunky chapter, and I thought, let me just focus on the middle part, the parable of the talents, the parable of the bags of gold. And the thing about stewardship is, when you're a steward, you're not the owner, like the servants in that chapter. You've been given something for a certain amount of time to take good care of. Not just to take care of it, but to take good care of it, and beyond that, make it, make it prosper, make it fruitful, make it grow in whatever context that is. So yeah, we are not really owners. We are given stuff, be it resources, be it gifts, so that they can be of service to others and they can multiply. And just indulge me in this cat stories. It made me remember about this a few, maybe 2 Christmases ago. I was going for this service, a Christmas service, which is also a Christmas play I really enjoy, at a local church nearby. I go every other year when I'm around. And when I was going, there was like some sound coming out of the car, and it was like this, similar to the cry of the kitten. And I kept wondering, like, why is it, like, why is the kitten? Because I can't see it. And like, it was a short drive. So when I got to the church and I parked, I got out, and the kitten cry was still there. And I remember when I got out, like I coincidentally got out with this other next to me, father and daughter, and the kitten cry caught their attention, and they came over and they were like, that has happened to us. Like, we've had a kitten stuck in the engine, and yeah, they go there when it's warm in the night, and during the day now when activity starts, like, it's obviously very dangerous for them because it will now be overly heated. So the dad suggested, hey, call the parking marshals, like, this lady will leave with you the keys, and what you're going to do is figure out where that kitten is and retrieve it by the time we come out of service. So I go to the service, and they go to the service, and I feel like they were all a bit scared for the kitten, and I was also scared, but I was scared for altogether very different reasons. I was like, I'm not ready. Like, God wants to bless me, but I'm not ready. So so we went to the service. So hold on there. Let's just go back to Matthew 25. We talked about ownership. That's the first thing. Like, as stewards, we are not, it's important to know that we're not owners. We've been given whatever we've been given for a time, and you're supposed to take good care of it. The second thing I'd say, like, God gives you what he gives you because he sees it's in your purpose, and if it's in your purpose, then it's definite that you're going to take very good care of it. You're going to nurture whatever you've been given. You're going to make the best of it, and yeah, you'll make it fruitful. And maybe I should just go to the word and read from Matthew 25, starting from verse 14, and the title is The Parable of the Bags of Gold. So let's go. Again, it will be like a man going on a journey, who called his servants and entrusted his wealth to them. To one he gave 5 bags of gold, to another 2 bags, and to another 1 bag, each according to his ability. Then he went on his journey. The man who had received 5 bags of gold went at once and put his money to work and gained 5 bags more. So also the one with 2 bags of gold gained 2 more. But the man who had received 1 bag went off, dug a hole in the ground, and hid his master's money. After a long time, the master of those servants returned and settled accounts with them. The man who had received 5 bags of gold brought the other 5. Master, he said, you entrusted me with 5 bags of gold. See, I have gained 5 more. His master replied, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness. The man with 2 bags of gold also came. Master, he said, you entrusted me with 2 bags of gold. See, I have gained 2 more. His master replied, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness. Then the man who had received 1 bag of gold came. Master, he said, I knew that you're a hard man, harvesting where you have not sown, and gathering where you have not scattered seed. So I was afraid and went and hid your gold in the ground. See, here is what belongs to you. His master replied, you wicked, lazy servant. So you knew that I harvest where I haven't sown and gather where I haven't scattered seed. Well then, you should have put my money in the bank so that when I returned, I would have received some interest. So take the bag of gold from him and give it to one who has 10 bags. For whoever was given more, they will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what they have will be taken away from them and thrown to the and throw that worthless servant outside into the darkness, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. So, that parable, I feel like, the lesson to learn is from this last servant who did not do anything with what he was given. Like, he just went and buried it and forgot about it. And it was like when the master came, it's like, all right, Shika, this is what you gave me, I've returned it to you as it was. And you know, like, there's a lot of attitude from here to Timbuktu with that guy. And yeah, like, whatever God gives us in terms of talent, money, resources, family, friends, work, like, he gives it to us for free. We are supposed to multiply it. We are supposed to double it. We are supposed to triple it, quadruple it. Okay, when it comes to like stuff like, yeah, like, I think whatever God gives you, like, you're supposed to multiply it. And I think that's the third thing I'm learning from this passage. You need to work hard for what you've already been given, because if, as the Bible says, if you know, you don't make use of it, it will go. And I think as a creative, the thing is, sometimes if you don't work on your creativity, whether you have work or not, if you don't figure out ways of building your portfolio, like, you become rusty, you become your expertise, like, slowly dwindles. But if you're constantly doing it, you're not only building a portfolio, but also you capture the eyes of different people who might be interested. So that is, you know, in my perspective. And the other thing is accountability. Like, when all is said and done, like, you'll be called to be accountable. And sometimes I feel like the accountability is not later, like, you know, the end of days. Like, I think you're being accountable with how life is progressing. Like, you're being asked, what did you do with the assignments that I've given you? Like, the money that, you know, you make, are you investing it? The friends that you have, are you being intentional with them? The relationships you have, are they growing? Are they bearing fruit? The job that you have, are you progressing? I feel like now that accountability, sometimes it's happening as we're moving on. Like, you know, as life is going on, you're being called to be accountable, and in your heart of hearts, you know, whether you're being a good steward or not. So I think, yeah, those four things. Like, we, as stewards, we are not owners. We are called to use what we've been given for the benefit of others. The number two, God will only give us what is in line with our purpose. And we need to, number three, be able to multiply whatever we've been given 100-fold, you know, as a manner of speaking. And then number four, constantly we'll be called to be accountable for what we've been given. And unfortunately, if we're not making good use of it, it will go away. Either, you know, through naturally, or whatever forces might take it away. And yeah, back to my story. I was about to be a kitten owner. So we come out of church after the service, the Christmas play, and I come find the parking marshal with a kitten, and he's held it by the neck here, and it's so cute. I have to admit, it looked really, yeah, like, for a minute there I was like, maybe, but I was like, I've not, it will be a new reality which I wasn't ready for. And, you know, I was trying to figure out how we were going to share this space with this little thing. This lady came, Yani. She had these small screams, which was very interesting, and she was like, it's such a cute little kitty. Yeah, she actually called it a kitty. And she was like, is it yours? It's really beautiful. I was like, it's a bit of a stray kitten, and I'm trying to figure out what to do. And immediately, like, you know, she saw the opportunity, and she was like, oh, I really love kittens. And she didn't have to ask. I was like, for sure, you can have it. Consider it a Christmas gift. And, you know, like, when I gave it to her, even the way she held it, made all these noises, more noises, you could tell that she is a cat person, and she was going to do a beautiful, beautiful job. So yeah, and that is how I ended up not being a cat person. But I think in future, who knows, who knows. I say, like, if something is permissible, who knows if it's going to be helpful in the future. So I've not said never, but at that point I wasn't ready. And I think that lady, when she got the kitten, like, I'm sure it's living its best life. So yeah, Matthew 25, becoming a good steward, and yeah, doing a good job multiplying what is given to us to the best of our ability. So that's it from me. Have a lovely, lovely day, evening, morning. See you on the next one maybe. And yeah, bye.